Welcome back to another episode of Projecting Grandeur. I am your host, Ron Dichter. Thanks for tuning in. I've got an interesting show for you today. I want to talk a lot about why you're doing what you're doing, but not about the why in it, more about like what stage in life you're in and what stage you're at in wanting to start a business or change careers. And I got thinking about this last night when I was chatting with a friend, and he was just telling me about kind of what's going on in his life, and it got me thinking about my own life and frankly his life, and thinking about what he was telling me he wanted to do. And I started thinking to myself, why does he want to do that? Like at his stage in life, why would he want to put himself through what he was wanting to do, which was change careers? And I was thinking, he's got a successful career. He is doing really well financially. Why would he want to uproot that now and try something totally different? And, obviously he told me why, and a lot of it was in, wanting to be challenged and yada, yada, yada. That's not the point today. But the point today is about understanding what stage in life you're at. And are you at a stage where you have to do something? Are you at a stage where you need to do something? Or are you at a stage where you want to do something? And those are very different stages. And understanding what stage of life you're in will help you help guide you through these decisions of figuring out what you should do. Like, let's say you're in a job, you're successful like my friend was, and you want to change careers. Well, naturally, when you do that, there's a learning curve. There's obviously some uncertainty around what happens if you can't learn the information, can't learn the new industry that you're moving into, and you fail, and you gave up your great position that you had for a new position that you hoped would be better. Or let's say you're starting a business. That business obviously has the potential to fail, as I think a good chunk of businesses fail within their first 5 years. But my point is understanding where you're at. Understanding if you're doing something because you have no other choice, whether you're doing something because you really need to do something, or whether you're doing something because you want to do something. So for me, as an example, in my early days when I was starting a business, I had to do it. I had no other way to make money. I was in a have to scenario. I needed to make sure that business worked. So I had to have that have. Once the business got going and I wanted to keep it going, I needed to keep it going. Meaning if I had let the foot off the gas pedal, the business would have struggled. It was already going and I had a need to keep it going, but I didn't have to keep it going. And there's a big difference there. So when you have to do something, like there's something, you don't have a gun to your head necessarily, but your back's up against a wall and you have to do it. Maybe this is your livelihood. Maybe it's something that, if you don't do it, like the alternative is really bad, like you have to do this. Like, and I don't mean you have to do it to fulfill yourself internally. That's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about you have no choice. You have to do this. You have to change jobs. Maybe your industry was replaced by AI and you have to do something. You have to learn a new industry. Like that's a have to reason. And you have a lot of motivation, but you also know that the choice is, I have to do this. Like there's no, maybe I should do this. Maybe I'll give it, a try. No, you have to do this. The second is you need to do it. So let's say you've got something going or you stepped into your role and you're starting to have some success. And in order for you to get to that next level, there's some things you need to do, right? You don't have to do them. You could be complacent. You could even go backwards, but you really need to do them if you're going to continue down the journey that you're going on to. And that's important to understand the difference of have to and need to. And then the last is want to. And I'm fortunate enough that that's the stage I'm at right now where I'm having a new startup business. It's not because I have to. It's not because I need to. It's because I want to. I want to do this. I want to start another business. I love that feeling of startup life. I get real, emotional and mental stimulus and high from doing it. So I want to do it. And the goal for everyone out there should be getting to the stage in life, whether it's in your teens, 20s, 30s, 50s, 90s, whatever, you should make the goal to get to a want to place. Because once you want to do something, well, then you're doing it because you enjoy it. You're doing it because it's fun. You're doing it because you're challenged, because you're excited about the opportunity. That is the most enjoyable time. Not everybody can do a want to. And occasionally you'll end up having the culmination of have to, need to, and want to all come together. That's pretty cool when that happens. Maybe it's something You have to do something. You also actually have a real passion for it. And in order for you to do that, you need to get in and really kind of immerse yourself. That's the exception in this example. Again, just understanding where you're at in life. If it's a have to place, there's nothing wrong with that. We've all started there. If it's a need to place, that's where you have momentum, you've got something happening, and if you don't keep doing it, you're going to go backwards. And then the want to, you're doing something because you truly just want to do it. And that is always, again, my personal view of what success looks like is when you start doing things, businesses, career changes, things like that, because you want to do them. So anyway, I just wanted to take a moment and talk through that. Hope you find this helpful. And please remember to like, please remember to comment, and most importantly, share. This information, I'm putting it out there because I believe people who are motivated, are entrepreneurs, are career changers, they are the ones making the world a better place. And I want to give anything that I can out of my brain and give it to you so that hopefully it can make you better. So please remember to share it. Thanks again for tuning in. I am Ron Dichter. This is Projecting Grandeur. And until next time, see you later.